Guys, we have a different type of video today. Today, we're on an unofficial server, slightly boosted, for a little fun, back in the old school kind of videos that I used to do. So, sit back, relax, enjoy, and let's get into it. So when I first got on the server, I'm like, I want to use a Raptor, and when I get it, I kind of want to put it into speed. If I was to put this into speed and chase people down, I think it could be kind of fun. Could you imagine trying to outrun a speed Raptor? Flying along like this, next minute it pins you and it has mad melee. It would be terrifying. And then I can get some free loot from somebody and then move on and try and progress and snowball. And they had this weird thing at Blue Obby where they had it was like a communal area for the for Herbivore Island. I'm not sure what it was used for. I think it was for like, what does it say here? Welcome to the island. I have no idea, but drops would give you random loot. Drops would give you random loot, so purples would give you saddles, a few other ones to give you certain things, but I ran up on these guys. And they were casually doing things. I'm like, I wonder if I can get one of them. If they come out here, can I get one of them? And one guy was coming out, so I'm like, oh, this is my perfect opportunity. I'm going to pounce on him. So I went for him, but hit him. But it didn't pin him. I don't know why it's not pinning him. It's so weird. I thought it just pins him. And then it still didn't pin him. And then they came out with their tames. And their tames came in hard. And Theri, run. That Theri almost one-tapped me. I bit off more than I could chew. Theri almost one-tapped me. You get the fuck out of here. Theri like one-tapped me. I tried. This thing's not strong enough. That's some heals, bro. Like, smacked me up. I tried. This is fun, actually. I miss these days. So I do miss these days where I get like a random dinosaur, I go around and try and PvP with it. I saw this guy hatching something down in his base and I'm like, nah, man. This is my raid now. You ain't taking this. Hey. So I one-shotted him. My place. I just went ham on the base, got what I needed out of it, and then moved on. So, I don't know why that hurt me. There was no spikes there or anything. It's so weird. Why did you do damage to me? But remember that base, because that base is one that I want to go back to because there's a bunch of guys there. I want to take a Theri back and Theri fight them. But I gotta go find one. However, you're probably wondering why I'm on the Pteranodon now. Because I was running through the bush near Ice Cave, and I ran into turrets and died and lost it all. So I had to start again, so I got a Pteranodon. I think it's good to scout. Went back to these guys to have a look. And they're still kind of casually doing stuff. I need to get my Theri because they have Theris. I need to kind of have like a, you know, I need something that can do DPS on them and not get stomped. So I'm going to go off, I'm going to try and tame one, and see what I can do. If I can find a good one, I'll tame it. I'm going to take this guy out at the same time. Anybody I see is going to get it, because this is an unofficial server that's boosted, and it's just PvP. And I saw these Griffin guys. I'm like, what are they doing? Trading? Can I get their stuff? So I smacked up the Griffin, they ended up following me. I think it was on neutral, so he stopped the whistle. But then they went back to the same spot. I have no idea why they didn't learn. Saw this random guy and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to smack him up as well. You might have some gear. And then I'm going to go back for these Griffin guys. And they were back in the exact same spot. I think they were trading because I didn't know where you could actually get Griffins on the island. I swear it was only one map for this cluster. I don't know if they were giving him a Griffin, if they were friends, if you could buy him in the shop or something like that, because I think there's points and stuff. I'm not 100% sure. They ended up picking this guy and smacking his Griffin up, and it really annoyed him. So I started like going in and out, trying to like sneak up on him, smack him a few times, and they started to get nervous. Like, this Pteranodon hurts. And they tried to hide in these trees just here and do whatever they were doing, but I was following them. Couldn't find where the guy was on the floor though. He may still be dead and he might be waiting here for him to respawn. I went to go pick here and I missed. The dude has flak and everything. I could have got some flak off this guy. You don't take full damage on here, so I couldn't drop him and kill him. I would have to C-spin him. And I decided to fully take on this Griffin. Little did I know that it hurts. It smacked me up so hard. But I was still doing more damage than it. It just had more health, I think. Dude, he's taken me half health already in just 3 hits. I need to back out for a second. So after backing out for a bit, I decided to pick on his mate and take him for a little joyride all the way over here, so he would die, and or he'd have to run back because you don't die from full damage, so he would have to run back, and then I'd go back and kill his Griffin. That's my plan. Griffins are a menace to society. They all deserve to die. And with that, the Griffin's dead. The Griffin is the scourge. They pick you, they flame you. But then, you know what? I decided to go over and make myself a Theri trap. I want to get a Theri. I want to get a tank, speed, and damage Theri. I want to boost all those. Obviously add oxygen into it as well, because if you do that, you get a lot of speed in the water, so I can get away very quick and people can't get away from me in the water. With this, I wasn't too sure what kibble to use, so I just chucked it all in, but I'm pretty sure it's the Journeyman one. Either way, it's all free, so it's good. But now, Moth. Hopefully there's a Theri saddle in it. I haven't got one yet, so hopefully soon I will. I've got one of almost everything. So purple drops were giving me saddles, and I was trying to find a Theri saddle that was good armor, because otherwise I'm going to have to use a primitive Theri saddle against somebody else when we're having a battle. I made this little spot here just to make my primitive one because I had no luck finding a Theri saddle for all things. I found everything else, but no Theri saddles. The one saddle I needed. It was so annoying. But I'm just trying to level it up at the moment. Trying to get some stats into it, get some speed, some health, some melee. I've got some cake so I can heal it right up. And then I'm going to go into battle if possible. And then I saw some damage numbers up at this base that I was checking out earlier. I'm like, what's going on here? Should I smack some of these tames? So I started smacking them, and then it became a meat run. They all just started piling out, and I was just smacking them up, trying to take them all out, hoping I would get some loot from one of them. Actually, I'm really disappointed with this. There's a green drop over there I have to go for. Stego. Had a Stego, that'd be good, but no Theri. So once again, no Theri saddles. I'm doing some scouting, trying to see, and these are the guys that I was going to go PvP with my Theri. They've been raided within a little bit of time that I wasn't here taming my Theri. I was so sad because I was so keen to come back. They actually tried to kill me when I was over here. I just didn't get the recording of it. I was going to get some revenge, but hey, I've got a bit of loot now, so I'm going to hide my Pteranodon out at the world border in the ocean. I've got high oxygen on my character, so I can swim heaps fast back to the shore. And it's a good place to just kind of store stuff. If someone finds it, they find it. I don't care. But it just means I don't have to have a building that someone can blow up super easily. And then I went back to this base. And I was like, I'm going to smack up these tames and see what's in them. And there was tames in them. I got some cryo loot from a random Theri that was waiting outside this base. I don't know if it was the raiders of this place, or if it was the people that were living here. But I got a couple of tames, so, you know, I could play with a few more if I wanted to and go throw them out and, you know, test out a few different tames with different stats. I was kitted up. And I went over to this base that I scouted a little bit earlier, and I'm like, this guy has got a turret on his roof. He's got a metal base. This is a perfect raid for me to get started. I heard him open up the door, and I'm like, oh, he's probably got a tame that's going to smack me up and kill me instantly, but it was an RG. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to fight this RG with my Theri. He's only doing 500 damage. I was doing 2.6 thousand damage per hit. After a couple hits, he wasn't keen to try and pick me too much. He lost 20k health pretty quickly soon. And once you start losing that much, even with boosted health, I'm pretty sure you're not going to last too long. Yeah, see, he was already down over 20k health there. I reckon he was getting close to being dead. So he dipped, but I wasn't going to give up. I want this guy to die. I'm raiding him. And he keeps trying to slightly come back. I don't know what he's planning. I'll have to jump off and snipe him in a second. His turret's down for some... I don't know why his turret's down. It was up before. I popped him with a shot. Trying to keep his health going down on his RG. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take out everything in here. I'm going to destroy everything. And I'm going to try and get the loot when I can. He's going to try and come back because he'll see all this stuff getting killed and destroyed. And then we can fight. And that's what he did. I'm trying to bait him into like specific locations so that he can't pick me, but I can like try and slap him up a bit. And then he picked me. But you know what? As long as you have grapples, you're pretty good. There's no full damage on here, so I can just go straight to the ground, run straight back to my Theri, and we're back at it. No full damage on PvP servers, like these boosted servers, is so fun. You can literally run and jump off of the volcano and just land and run and just fight and snipe each other. I find it kind of fun, to be honest. It's a little bit more fast-paced and like different. Oh, he's not liking those hits. So I couldn't place the C4 on his base or his gate for some reason. I was trying to place it for ages and it just wouldn't place. I wanted to destroy his gate, even though it was open. I wanted to destroy it so when I'm in there, he didn't just come back and block me in. How bad would that be if he was to come back and just shut the gate and lock me in? So I was taking out the gate, try and make sure he couldn't do that, and then I can get his loot. If he comes back, I can smack him up a bit. I was being a bit cautious because that RG did kind of hurt him. Once my flak's gone, he could one-shot me. Now with the gate finally down, I can go in and try and loot. Take the Theri in there. Keep it on, maybe, I'm going to probably put it on aggressive, so that if he tries to run in, it would slap him up first. I can whistle passive if I have to, but I just want to kind of prevent him from sneaking up on me. I like to kind of have my back watched without being with somebody else, because when you're solo, you got to be super careful with that kind of stuff. All his tames are dead now. He might come back soon, so I got to be quick. Just get what I can. I need metal on that because I want to kind of make a base, but I don't want to farm the stuff myself. So I'm farming people's bases, trying to get the stuff to make a base, get turrets, and all that kind of stuff. He had a few things. Polymer. I need polymer, so I have to go farm that myself now. I thought I heard something, so I was like, oh, nah, we're all good. Grabbing the charcoal so I can make more C4. And then I was out of here. I was done. I'd raided my first base. I went back to this place because it hadn't been fully blown into. It's been partially blown into, but it hasn't been fully blown into. So I was like, you know what? If I go in here, see what they have, I might be able to make some more C4 if they've got some stuff to be able to make it. I don't really care what he has to say there. Like, if the stuff dies, it dies. Like, it's not my fault. It's a PvP server, mate. But it hadn't blown. No one had blown into his crafting area. So I'm like, maybe I'll go in here and see what they have. I saw damage happening out. Then I thought maybe the dude was coming back. That's why I hopped on my Theri quickly, just in case. But it was just a tame fighting a wild dinosaur. So I was all good. I do remember back in the day when you used to raid massive stone bases like this. It used to be so much fun with long necks and everything. There was no fabbies. But I had to get whatever loot I could. I was trying to somewhat live off the loot. Live off everything I could find. Kind of make bases through people's stuff, you know, through their fabricators, through their smithies. You know, I crafted up a bunch of foundations, walls, ceilings and all that to make a prefab of a base. I'm probably going to, if I have the stuff here, I'm going to make some turrets. I'm going to also make some more C4 so I can go blow that vault in the other guy's base again. I'm just kind of looking around though, making sure there's nothing like hidden, or someone's not just hiding in here waiting. But I'm starting to get all the stuff I need to be able to make more C4, so I can actually work on that. And that's what I did. I'm like, you know what? If we can get a bunch of C4, we might be able to raid a few more bases, get a bunch of stuff, and move our way up and just, like, we don't even have a base. We have a Pteranodon with loot in it. We're literally living off the loot, living off people's bases, crafting with their stuff to make more C4 and to blow into more bases. This is the kind of gameplay I love to do. I used to do this all the time. If you guys like this, I might try and do another one. If you're really keen on it and if you enjoy it, let me know down below. And I will. We get good support on this. Just keeping an eye out, no one say anything about me being there. I want to blow this vault up, see if there's anything in here. All those numbers are toxic. I'm like, I went outside just in case someone saw those numbers because that could be seen by somebody outside. I was scared that someone was going to pull up on me. I looked in the wrong bag at first and I'm like, hang on, no, this is the vault that I just blew open. And it had some stuff I needed, to be honest. It had a lot of stuff I needed. We're kitted up nicely. So I was going back to my Pteranodon, and on the beach on the west zone, I ran into a dude on an RG. I think this might be the same guy. I think he's hunting me. And the reason why I wasn't shooting the character all the time is because every time I shot the character, as you'll see at one point, it does like 60 damage because of his flak Dura and stuff and his flak armor. So it wasn't really enough to be able to kill him. But his RG was getting low. So I thought, if I go for the RG, I could kill the RG and then focus on him. That was my plan. Especially when he's on it, like he's flying around, it's a bit harder to hit the person. So I thought, hey, if I take the RG out, we're good. But like I said, I made that C4 so I could come back to this guy's base, which I think it was that guy on the RG. And yeah, I wanted to find out if he had any juicy loot in his vault. He had a few things, nothing amazing. He had some cryopods and stuff like that. He had a few more weapons and that I could use if I died. I can go back and re-kit. He had a couple of things, nothing amazing. But guess what? He was back. And as you can see, the damage number that when I hit the character was low. My sensitivity is way too high on my mouse, I think. I miss a lot of shots because I'm like jerking the mouse around because my sensitivity is way too low, but way too high. But I don't know, I can't really play with low sensitivity. It's, in my opinion, it's difficult. It gets you sore wrists after a while. I mean, he's still trying to come for me, but he couldn't catch me any times, and I just keep popping him with shots. And his RG was getting kind of low, to be honest. He was kind of scared. I was on foot. He was with an RG, and I was winning. And I just followed him. I was hunting him down. The last thing I needed was to kill him and find out what he had on him, because I'd raided his base, I had blown his vault, I'd killed his tames, and now he was running. So I wanted him dead. I bet you he has a bunch of loot on him. That RG is full. I reckon it's stacked. So I'm just chasing him down, trying to find where he is, trying to keep an eye on him and keep hitting his RG as much as possible. If I can kill this thing, I could be looted up and make a base. Every time he thought that he got away from me, I'd be here again, popping him again. I probably should have shot his character there, but his RG is so close to being dead now. He keeps seeming like he's... I wish I hit that shot then. That would have been so cool. And he was trying to... This time, I had got him so low that he was trying to get away. He has a fast RG, but I'm fast as well. In the water, I'm even faster. I've got oxygen and speed. Once you have both of those, you're like a freaking missile in the water. And you can't see people as easy in the water as well, so I could just pop out of anywhere. And then guess what happened? You wouldn't believe it. I went back to his base to go see if he ran back there.
Slimy?
But he had hit again. He was around here. He's here somewhere.
I wanted his tame dead, man. It's me off now. I can't.
Where has he gone? Like, he's so sneaky. And then I ran into him. He's on foot now. Where's his RG? I missed the first shot, but I was going to make up for that with the second. And then I hadn't. I headshot him in third person.
That was a good shot.
Like I said, that felt like a nice shot, to be honest. I must have hit his gloves because his gloves broke, but his head's all damaged as well. And guess what I got from him? I got his RG. He had cryoed it. And now I have it. I didn't have to kill it. I now have it. That was a massive win. After all that, we got his RG, all his loot, raided his entire base, and another base, and now we're stacked up.
Oh, I've got his Argy.
We have snowballed like crazy. It may be a boosted server, but we're doing some damage, and I'm loving it.
Oh, hey, look. It's a guy.
So I was out on his Argy for a meme. I'm like, just flying around. I'm like, I wonder what I could do. It's got some speed. It's really hurt because of what I did to it. But then I cried it back up and just kind of put it away. It wasn't really for me. I like to be on foot. It feels kind of fun and exciting to be on foot. I was talking to him in chat.
I've just been hiding my world border in a Tyrannon.
I was just talking to Ardo. Ardo was in chat with me. I was having a chat with him. And I was waiting for this guy to come back because he tried to pick me before. And when he comes back, I'm going to smack his base up and wipe him.
Is he going inside?
I'm pretending to be one of his tames, or one of their tames.
Like, pretending to be one of his teams?
On one of the raided bases.
And then he wasn't paying attention, so it's time to go. And this is why you don't pick people randomly on the beach.
That guy now doesn't have a problem going to the toilet.
So guys, I know it was a bit of a different video. I know you guys have had a lot of raid cams and some people don't like it, some people love it. But I brought you guys a different video. Something I used to do a lot was playing these unofficial servers, just playing solo and having some fun, just raiding, PvPing, and just having fast-paced action and fun. If you guys really did enjoy it, let me know down below. If you guys comment, let me know. If you like it, let me know. As long as I know, I'll do more. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.